The music news for the streets, the music news for your beats, the news for the music stuff that you gonna need. We gon' talk about plugins, we gon' talk about gear. If it's news on this music, we gon' talk about it here. Let's go.
What up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's your guy, Some. Hit the keys. Here today to bring you guys 30 free plugins for September 2024. Make sure if you guys do like this content though, you drop a whole elbow on that like button, hit subscribe and that notification bell so every time we bring you guys a new video, you could be the first to see. With no further delay, let's get right into these freebies. So the first freebie that I have for you guys today comes from SumnSumnSumnHTK. It is called Collab3 V2 free. So this is basically a rotary organ or an organ. It's got a little bit of controls. You only get one preset, but this thing does sound pretty fire. So this is what it sounds like. So it doesn't sound bad. You get control over the drawbars down here. You get chorus, you get a volume control. You get this rotary control over here. Nope, I lied. That's in the pro version only. But you do get control over slow, fast, stop on the rotary. So let's go ahead and go through some of these controls real quick so you can just hear it. I'm going to start off here with the drawbars though. So you hear how that started making it sound a little bit different as I pull these down and pull these up. We'll go ahead and pull some of these up so you can still hear. So that's pretty cool. You can mess with the rotary and stuff over here as well. So you can hear how it's basically panning it back and forth, left and right for you. It's also got this chorus that you can turn on and off down here. So pretty solid. You can make this screen smaller if you want to, or you can leave it this size if you want to. You've got control over a few other things here, like click, leak. I don't know if this is reverb or not. It didn't sound like reverb to me. I could be wrong. But the click is nice because it makes it sound like you're really playing it depending on how much you have it up and stuff like that. So you can control perk on, off, third, and all this other stuff. So pretty solid little free organ in my personal opinion. I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time on everything today because there's a lot of stuff to talk about. But if you need a nice solid organ, SumnSumnSumn makes really good stuff. I stand by that company. I actually rock with them. I'd recommend grabbing this. The second freebie that I have for you guys today comes from our guy Venus Theory. He just dropped a brand new library for Decent Sampler. Using his brand new Polybrute. He said he wanted to give back a little bit to the community. So it's basically called Aura's Polyscape. When you open it up, it is going to look like this. So you got a few controls, amplitude, volume, filter, effects, so on and so forth. I will say in order to use this, if you already have Decent Sampler, you will have to download the newest version of Decent Sampler. It took me a while to figure that out. I was like, I'm not a dummy. Maybe I'm a dummy, but it took me a second to figure it out. But then I went and looked and seen that they had a new version and I went and downloaded it. So with this is one of the sounds that I used. So it's a lot of cinematic sounds, but it's sounds that you can use to layer with other things as well. You get control over amplitude, volume, you got a filter, you got some effects over here. And then you have different reverb types. So that's pretty solid too. Let's go ahead and push play and then mess with some of these controls. You also have two layers over here on each sound. So that's solid. And then again, like you got reverb and you got delay and stuff over here. And then you got delay and stuff too as well. There are 10 presets in this thing, so I'll go ahead and let you guys hear a few of these presets real quick. I don't have my MIDI keyboard, so I'm just gonna push some keys on my regular keyboard. So those sounds sound super cinematic to me. If you ask me in my opinion, we'll go ahead and go to the next preset though. Those basses sound really solid to me, like the lower notes. So we'll listen to one more preset. This thing's got 10 presets, you know, pretty solid. Yeah, so not a bad little sample library, especially if you use decent sampler. If you're making cinematic music, go grab it. It's free. Or if you just want to support Cameron, aka Venus Theory, go grab it. I'll leave all the links for this stuff all below in the description. The third free plugin that I have for you guys today is a free Contact library, so you can use it for the free version of Contact. It's from Fractured Sounds and it's Blueprint Drumkit. When you open it up, it is going to look like this. So you've got different drum sounds in here. So you've got some pretty decent sounds. They're mic'd 3 different ways. So you can change the miking. That's going to change the way that it sounds. You've got punch, you've got hype, dampening, and stereo width. I like this hype feature on this. And then you have sample start and velocity response here as well. So I just have a little super basic drum pattern picked out real quick. And I'm just going to go ahead and push play. And then I'm going to go through all 4 of these settings so you can hear what they do. So pretty solid. I like this hype feature, and I like the punch too, but not too much of the punch. Sorry, I didn't mess with the velocities too much of the hi-hats. I apologize. And I'm sorry I didn't go deeper into this drum pattern. There's just a lot to talk about today. I'll go ahead and mess with these mics real quick too, so you can hear the difference. So with this, you know, it's pretty cool because changing the micings changes the way that the drums sound. So sounds pretty decent to me. If you need just a little lightweight drum kit or just something to add into your contact library, this is available. It's free. They make pretty good sounding stuff. You know, obviously you can check it out as well. Up next, I've got 3 more freebies for you guys today. It looks like IK Multimedia just dropped T-Rack 6, and they have a T-Rack 6 intro where you can get 3 free plugins, and they're all pretty solid plugins. They look like this. I did not download them yet because I have to download the whole entire T-Racks in order to get this, just for me, because I have the full T-Racks. So I didn't feel like just downloading these instead of the full one. So I apologize about that. But they have this classic compressor, which is pretty solid. It's been around for a while. It's been revamped a little bit. You've got this classic equalizer, which is an equalizer, but it's really solid and it's really easy to use. And then you have this Master Match Lite, which I've never seen this before. So I think this is new to the T-Racks collection, but I could be wrong. All right, so with this Master Match X, I know the light version is a little bit different, but what this is supposed to do is it's supposed to redefine mastering with ease, analyze your track, and let Master Match X quickly finalize it, tailor the results effortlessly to your taste, streamline your mastering experience precisely and efficiently, creating polished tracks in moments. So it's going to look something like this. I think that you just put this on there and it's going to do something kind of like Ozone, where it's going to figure out the genre. As you see here, you got different genres like ambient, blues, country, dance, and then it's going to EQ and put some compression and a limiter on there and basically balance it out to that genre of music. So it basically says here, select the genre from the reference list. We meticulously crafted each preset to suit specific musical genres, ensuring accurate EQ matching, results tailored to your music style. And then you can also add a custom reference. So you can also load up to 3 tracks to create a custom reference and store it inside the plugin for easy recall. That's solid. So you can put in not just 1 reference track, but you can add in up to 3 reference tracks. I don't know if you can do that on the light version, but on the full version you can. And then it'll analyze your track and all that stuff, and then it'll match your track up for you. So again, 3 solid freebies I'd recommend getting, especially if you don't have a good compressor or a good EQ, or if you don't have anything that can help you with your mastering. I would go grab those tools expeditiously. All right, guys, the 7th free plugin that I have for you guys today is a pretty solid distortion plugin. It's called Nebudestru, something like that. I'm not even sure. But this thing is pretty solid. It's like a distortion plugin, but it's got different distortion types. You can add saturation, you can add bit crusher. You've just got different bit crusher modes over here, and you know, you've got a filter down here. But I've just got this basic 808 right here. All right, now once I add this on there, this is what it sounds like. But I can do a bunch with this, so I can turn the saturation down, and it goes back to how it sounded. But now let's say we turn this crush on, because you got to turn one of the crush modes on in order to be used, the bit crusher. Now what's solid is you can use this bit crusher along with this filter over here, this low pass filter. And then you can kind of dial in the sound that you want. We can change it to a bit crusher. So obviously you can use this on different kind of instruments as well. You've got different kind of drives over here. So you've got either low, or you've got medium, or you've got high on the drive. So let's go ahead and go to low first. They've got noise and dust over here, so you can turn these up. And then you can also turn this tube up as much as you want to. So let's go ahead and start turning this tube up. We'll turn the saturation down just a little bit. We'll turn this low pass filter off. Then they have like this lo-fi EQ too right here. And this is just the LFO right here. So you've got different LFOs that you can control too. So for me, this is a pretty solid distortion, especially for free, because you get a lot of controls. You can mess with a whole lot of different stuff with this thing. Another one I would recommend checking out if you don't have a solid distortion. I would put this up there pretty highly with the free distortion plugins that are out there, just because of all the controls that you get with the LFOs, the filters, the bit crusher, the saturation, the different tube types, the different slopes. It's just a lot that you can do in this plugin. The eighth free plugin that I have for you guys today comes from Rigid Audio. It's called Cinematrix. When you open up Cinematrix, it is going to look like this. Unfortunately, this thing is for the full version of Contact, but it's like a cinematic library, but it's a bunch of sample or loop-based sounds, if that makes sense. So I talked about something that they dropped a few weeks ago, but like when you push down one of the keys, you push down one in another octave. Why does that sound like Batman's coming to save the day? Next one. And then the next sound with it. So it gives you built-in grooves. So when I push play, you're gonna notice that I have all four of the sounds going at the same time. I just put down a note for 4 bars in each one of the octaves, and it sounds like this. So you can mess with other things. You can come underneath the hood. You can edit the amplitude, you know, the ADSR, the filter. You've got mod wheel, loop speed control right here. You can control saturation, low cut, stereo width. You've got a solid bus compressor. Then next to that, you're going to have effects. And so with the effects, you're going to have auto pan, step filter, degrade, a screamer, reverb, delay, flanger. And you can change it for each one of the sounds. So each one of these sounds you can change individually, which is cool. And then you have a sequencer right here that you can mess with as well. But yeah, it's a pretty solid little tool. Again, there's like 350 different presets in here. If you're interested in this, again, I'll leave this link below in the description as well. Up next, I've got 20 free plugins for you guys today. It looks like Plugin Alliance just dropped a free 20 plugin bundle. Let's go ahead and take a look at this. So as you see here, there are a bunch of different plugins that they drop for free. I did not download all these because, come on, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wasn't gonna be able to talk about each one of these in a video, but a lot of these are like pedal emulation. So as you see here, this BX Black Distortion is an emulation of the Proco SoundRat 2 stop pedals. You've got this Blue Chorus, which is emulation of the Blue pedal. You've got BX Boom, an incredibly simple plugin with just 2 parameters. This is just to make your kicks thump a little bit harder. So, you know, that's a nice one for, you know, to make a drum smack. You've got this filter right here. So you've got BX Clean Sweep version 2. You've got BX Distortage. So a lot of these are pedals and amp simulations. So these would be good for guitar players or people who do guitar melodies and stuff like that. You got BX Distort Orange. It's a snarling, grinding distortion relied on by artists ranging from Kurt Cobain to Steve Vai. You've got the BX Green Screamer, the most popular overdrive pedal ever made, faithfully recreated as a plugin. You've got BX Master Desk Classic. I've actually talked about this and done a review on this on my channel. So there's a video out there you guys can reference if you're interested in it. BX Mega Single, a faithful emulation of the legendary sound of a tube rectifier guitar amp. BX Metal, this exciting emulation of the Boss M2 MT2 stop pedal gives you anything from clean guitar tones to total metal mayhem. You've got a metering plugin right here with BX Meter. You've got BX Opto Pedal, a simple to use version of Brainworks optical compression tone monster, great on guitars, vocals, and even drums. You've got BX Rock Rack V3 player, 26 amazing guitar and bass sounds built from 8 different amps. So that's really another 26 plugins, but no, it's not. But it's just, 26 different presets in there. You've got BX Shred Spread, Intelligent Mid-Side Width for doubled riff guitars, Auto Avoid Common Phase Problems and sound extra wide and tight. Pause. You've got BX Solo, powerful free tool to get you started with mid-side, includes legendary mid-side technology found in Brainworks products like BX Control version 2. This right here is solid. I've used this before. It's very solid. BX Subfilter, shape sub content while adding punch and body to any signal. Get it free. You can definitely use this on your subs or your 808s and it'll make them sound a lot thicker. Pause. Then you got BX Tuner. So obviously this is to tune your guitars. You've got BX Yellow Drive, warm to crunch to shred with the classic yellow pedal and plug-in form. You've got double, what is this? Mid-side plugin. And then you got a free ranger. And you also have this filter right here, and this filter is solid too as well. So if you're a guitar player, or if you like Plugin Alliance, or if you like Brainworks stuff, there is a whole bunch of free stuff over there that you can grab. Another thing I would recommend going over there, checking out and getting what you need. The 29th free plugin that I have for you guys today comes from To Be Played Music. They are offering Slimverb free for a limited time only again. You will need a code to get this, but I will leave the code below in the description. I just don't remember what it is off the top. When you open up Slimverb, it is going to look like this. I actually like the way that this reverb sounds a lot. So this is what it sounds like on just FL keys. So on the stock FL keys. So that's what the FL keys sound like. Now, once we throw Slimverb on there, it sounds like. For me, that sounds dope. You know what I'm saying? And you can still hear the reverb going in the background. I'm not going to cut that out this time. I'll cut it off next time. But you can just mess with this a little bit. You get a little bit of drive in this too. And it's really easy to mess with and just get a good sound. You see, just that quickly, I changed up with the filter there and got it to sound a lot better. So not a bad plugin at all. Another one I'd recommend checking out. I've recommended this before in the past. I recommend this again because it sounds good on vocals. It sounds good on guitars. It really does sound good on anything that you're going to use it on. And the last free plugin that I have for you guys today also comes from To Be Played Music. They're also offering QFX Color again for free. You'll need a code for that as well. But again, I'll leave that link below in the description. When you open this thing up, it's going to look like this. And it's basically just a filter. But you can do some cool stuff with it. Like with this, you can do automation to just get some cool filter sweeps with it. So I'm just going to leave the Slimverb on that piano. I'm going to push play, and then I'm just going to mess with this one knob. You get control over resonance and tone as well. So you can automate that and use this in like a build-up or something like that. But you've got different kind of resonances. So we'll go ahead and go through all the resonances real quick so you can hear those. Then you also have different tones right here as well. So you got warm and you got bright. So basically one way is a low pass filter, the other way is a high pass filter. So not a bad little filter. Again, something else you can check out if you're just looking for a quick little EQ filter that you can use in order to automate and, do some dope stuff with. So 30 free plugins. That's what I got for you guys today. Hopefully I can help you guys out. Make sure if you guys do like this content though, you drop a whole elbow on that like button, hit subscribe and that notification bell. So every time we bring you guys a new video, you can be the first to see. Appreciate you guys' time as always, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.
Some.
Hit the key.